What's up, crypto crew? Get ready to dive headfirst into the most electrifying developments shaking up the financial universe. The news cycle is moving at warp speed, and you absolutely cannot afford to miss these game-changing updates. From seismic shifts in global finance to legal victories clearing the path for major players, we've got it all. Plus, we're tracking critical market movements and innovative security measures that could redefine the future. Buckle up because this is Bitcoin Bulletin, and you're getting the unmissable intel right now. Don't go anywhere. The global financial frontier expands. This is not just another market fluctuation. It's a fundamental restructuring of the global financial landscape. We're witnessing Bitcoin's ascent from a niche digital asset to a significant force capable of disrupting established financial systems. This evolution isn't merely about price charts. It's about the underlying technology and its growing integration into the very fabric of international commerce and investment. Think about the implications. Traditional institutions are not just observing anymore. They are actively exploring, adapting, and in some cases, being fundamentally reshaped by this digital wave. This shift signifies a move towards greater diversification in investment portfolios, a potential hedge against traditional economic volatilities, and the opening of new avenues for capital flow that were previously unimaginable. It represents a new era where digital assets are not just an alternative, but an integral part of a diversified financial future, challenging long-held norms and creating unprecedented opportunities for innovation and growth. The sheer scale of this transformation suggests that we are at the cusp of a new financial paradigm, one that promises both immense disruption and unparalleled diversification. But that's not all the market-shaking news we have for you today. Get ready, because our next story reveals a major legal breakthrough that's set to energize the crypto investment scene. A legal cloud lifts for a crypto giant. When a shadow lifts from the landscape of cryptocurrency, the impact can be profound, and that's precisely what's happening now. The recent dismissal of a significant class action lawsuit against MicroStrategy has effectively cleared the fog that had been surrounding this cryptocurrency stalwart. Initially, investors had sought reprisal against the firm, alleging that it had propagated misleading narratives about its aggressive Bitcoin strategy. These allegations posed a serious threat to shareholder trust and the company's perceived value. However, this legal withdrawal signifies a critical juncture in the corporate adoption of Bitcoin. It liberates MicroStrategy to channel its energies into fortifying its already substantial Bitcoin treasury without the persistent shackles of litigation weighing it down. This pivotal moment brings a wave of relief to investors, sparking a resurgence of optimism that is rejuvenating MicroStrategy's standing in the often turbulent waters of the cryptocurrency market. The cessation of these legal troubles is not merely a sigh of relief for the company. It serves as a powerful illustration of the ever-shifting and complex legal terrain that defines the cryptocurrency world. Today, companies deeply engaged in digital economies face increased scrutiny regarding their corporate governance practices. This situation presents a compelling case for enhanced and clearer communication with all stakeholders, especially investors who are entrusting their capital to these innovative strategies. As entities continue to grapple with the labyrinth of cryptocurrency compliance and regulation, they must tread with utmost caution, acknowledging the very real legal hazards that can emerge from bold operational strategies. This case, in essence, serves as a potent cautionary tale. It underscores the growing imperative for accountability within the crypto sphere, acting as a stark reminder that diligent oversight and transparent practices are no longer a luxury, but an absolute necessity for investors stepping into this largely uncharted territory. Audience impact. A vibrant tapestry of opinions has unfolded in recent discussions, with enthusiasts foreseeing a possible renaissance in investor confidence towards MicroStrategy's Bitcoin ventures, while caution weaves through many comments from users voicing skepticism about the long-term effects of corporate strategies in the volatile realm of Bitcoin. But the legal victories don't stop there, and the market is certainly reacting. Stay tuned as we break down what's happening with major currency shifts next. Get ready, because we're diving into the latest market movements that have everyone talking. Market momentum and investor anticipation. Markets are always buzzing with activity, and the current financial climate is no exception. As investors gear up for the crucial month of September, a notable shift has been observed in the cryptocurrency space, particularly concerning Bitcoin's performance. While the headline suggests a slump, it's essential to understand the nuances of market sentiment and the strategic positioning of investors ahead of significant economic periods. September historically brings a different kind of energy to financial markets, often marked by increased volatility and strategic adjustments as institutions and individuals prepare for the final quarter of the year. This anticipation can lead to price fluctuations that, while appearing dramatic on the surface, are often part of a larger, more complex market cycle. The mention of a slump might reflect a short-term correction or a rebalancing act by major players. It's a reminder that the digital asset market, while innovative, is still subject to the broader economic forces and psychological drivers that influence traditional finance. Understanding these underlying currents is key to navigating the market effectively. This period often sees a heightened focus on economic indicators, central bank policies, and geopolitical events, all of which can influence investor behavior and asset prices. For those watching closely, this phase is less about panic and more about strategic observation, identifying opportunities that arise from these market dynamics. The real story isn't just the number, but the sentiment and the strategic maneuvers happening behind the scenes as the year-end approaches. Audience impact. This news has sparked widespread discussion among traders and analysts, with many debating whether the current price action is a precursor to a larger move or simply a temporary market adjustment. Now, let's shift gears from market movements to groundbreaking security strategies being deployed by a nation. Prepare yourselves for a fascinating look at how a country is fortifying its digital assets against future threats. A nation's digital shield against future threats. In a move that underscores a forward-thinking approach to digital asset security, El Salvador has begun a strategic redistribution of its national Bitcoin reserve. This significant undertaking involves moving the nation's holdings across multiple, newly generated, unused wallet addresses. The primary objective behind this initiative is to bolster security and proactively mitigate potential risks associated with quantum computing. According to an announcement from the country's National Bitcoin Office, ONBTC, the rationale is rooted in the theoretical capabilities of quantum computers. These advanced machines, through algorithms like Shor's, could potentially break the public-private key cryptography that secures digital transactions, impacting not only Bitcoin, but also vital systems like banking, email, and general communications. The ONBTC elaborated on this concern, stating that when a Bitcoin transaction is signed and broadcast, the public key becomes visible on the blockchain. This visibility potentially exposes the address to quantum attacks, which could theoretically lead to the discovery of private keys and the unauthorized redirection of funds before a transaction is even confirmed. Historically, El Salvador had utilized a single address for transparency purposes, a practice that, while open, continuously exposed public keys to potential vulnerabilities. The new system, meticulously managed by ONBTC, aims to maintain transparency by providing a dashboard that displays the total balance across all the distributed addresses, thereby eliminating the need for address reuse. Following this strategic transfer, each new wallet is designed to hold up to 500 Bitcoin. Reports indicate that El Salvador has distributed its funds across 14 distinct new addresses. This marks a significant transition to a new wallet management strategy explicitly designed to avoid the risks associated with address reuse. At the time of reporting, El Salvador held a substantial reserve of over 6,280 BTC, valued at more than $680 million, with the nation consistently adding to its treasury. While discussions around quantum risks have been present in the crypto community for years, they gained significant traction earlier this year following Google's unveiling of its Willow quantum chip, capable of solving certain computational tasks with unprecedented speed. This development reignited concerns about the progress of quantum computing and its potential impact on the fundamental cryptographic underpinnings of Bitcoin. The core concern centers on Bitcoin's reliance on elliptic curve cryptography, ECDSA, for the protection of private keys. A sufficiently advanced quantum computer, running Shor's algorithm, could theoretically derive a private key directly from its public key, enabling malicious actors to forge digital signatures and steal assets. While experts broadly agree that current quantum computers lack the necessary power and stability to pose an immediate threat, developers and researchers are actively exploring quantum-resistant cryptographic techniques to secure Bitcoin and other networks for a future era that is quantum-safe. Audience impact. This proactive security measure has been met with widespread approval within the tech and crypto communities, hailed as a responsible and forward-thinking approach to digital asset protection. And that brings us to the end of our major updates for today. We've covered a lot of ground, from global finance shifts to national security strategies. Now, let's quickly recap and tell you how to stay locked in. And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. We saw Bitcoin's structural shift in global finance, MicroStrategy's legal wins sparking investment enthusiasm, market anticipation ahead of September, and El Salvador's strategic move to quantum-proof its Bitcoin reserve. If you found this info crucial, smash that like button, subscribe for more, ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat, and hit us up in the comments with your thoughts. Follow us on all social platforms to stay connected. See you next time on Bitcoin Bulletin.